Hello Aries, and welcome to your mid-month love and romance reading for February 2017. Alright. So right away, my initial impression was that either you or your partner or prospective partner, whether or not this partner has come into your life yet or not, is in a state of moving forward. You're getting things done, you have life kind of flying by you, and you're interacting with life, and you're setting some things in stone. You're going out for what you want and grabbing it, and not holding back any longer. You're in your power, you're feeling disciplined, you're feeling balanced, you're feeling good about yourself. But when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to your partner, or that void of a partner, if there is no partner there, you're sort of on the defense, or at least you have been, and it might be scaring some potential suitors away. It might have done so in the past, or maybe you recently came out of a very toxic and negative relationship, and so you're kind of on guard now. You're not necessarily open to a new relationship starting at the moment. And if you are, maybe there's a little bit of some unchecked subconscious defense, or some negative expectations that you have running beneath the surface that you need to acknowledge and try to work on a little bit. And as far as your guidance card goes, because it kind of ties into this, you have the Eight of Rods. And the Eight of Rods is all about incoming information, incoming, in this case, maybe some invitations to go out on a date with somebody, maybe some declarations of feelings for you. All in all, it's about news. It's about getting news about something. And with this card and with what I've said, it's important for you to be open to an incoming sort of energy, an incoming relationship, or an incoming proposition from your partner if you are partnered. Maintaining that willingness to compromise is going to be very important for you. Aries, when I was laying these cards down, I was feeling Aries. You guys are feeling hot, you guys are feeling sexy, but you might also be a little bit aggressive and a little bit self-centered at the moment. So try to keep that in check. And again, learn to compromise and learn to accept that, other people have their own lives to live, and not everybody's there to serve you and your needs. You need to have some sense of balance, some sense of acceptance of that fact. Now, as far as your partner goes, or your prospective partner, I feel that they have had an image or an ideal in mind for quite some time. They have the Star card crowning them, number 14. Yeah, 14. Each bar is a 5, and then each dot is a 1. But yeah, they, or you, maybe it's backwards. Obviously this is a general reading. But this person has had some sort of dreams and ideals about a partnership that they've been nurturing and they've been caring for and trying to work towards. And, they've been planting a garden, and now they're just waiting to have a marriage in the garden. I don't know why that came to mind, but it's sort of like an imagery. It's an analogy for this sort of energy. Here you are coming into the picture, being your aggressive and sexy and confident self, and taking charge and grabbing life by the balls, so to speak. And here's your partner or your prospective partner, nurturing fertile ground for a relationship to blossom, and you'll meet in the middle somewhere. But with that, the bridging card between you guys is the Devil card. And since it's reversed, I'm getting the sense that it's not so much an actual practical thing. This relationship is not is not explained by the imagery of the devil, which is, you know, a couple being chained in a situation that isn't necessarily serving either of them anymore, but they're in it for the comfort or for the fulfillment that it provides them on some level, whether that's sexual or otherwise. But what I'm getting, since it is reversed and since it is the bridging card here, is that, you know, especially with regards to the other cards that I've been seeing, is not letting past experiences color this new direction or this new relationship, not carrying that baggage into this moving forward. You know, you've fought your battles and you've come out victorious. Maybe you've ended that relationship again, like I've said. Maybe if you've been single for a long time, maybe you've finally reached a point where you're content with the relationship that you have with yourself first and foremost. And maybe that's why you're feeling confident and sexy, because you're owning yourself and you're taking charge of yourself and recognizing that, you know, you are the point of power in your life. Nobody is going to live your life for you. So you're going to go out and do what you want to do and do what it is that you feel you need to do. And that's good. That's like the perfect energy for attracting a partnership. And, you know, for many of you that are looking for partnerships, I feel like you're definitely going to have some opportunities to meet some people, meet a specific person. And, you know, you guys, again, like I said earlier, are going to meet somewhere in the middle, but you have to, again, work on compromise and work on being open to that person. Because just because in our minds we say, oh, I'm open to a relationship, doesn't necessarily mean we are actually open to a relationship. You know, if you really want a serious relationship where you live together or whatnot, you know, do some physical cleaning in your room, you know, arrange it so that it's open for another person to come in, you know, do some research on feng shui for attracting relationships with your bedroom or with, you know, your house in general. And, you know, making physical space for a relationship will attract it energetically. And making emotional space, because I mean, it's good to have that sort of confidence and that sort of empowerment and self-love that it seems like you've been kind of getting a handle of. It's another thing to take that to the next level and become narcissistic and not open to the views and expectations and hopes and wants and needs of another person. You know, even though we'll tell ourselves that, you know, I can do all those things, I can be open, I can do that. You know, really take the time to sit down and examine yourself and examine your past experiences in relationships, and, you know, your habits in those relationships and your ways of going about things and reacting or responding to certain situations with regards to the relationship. Think about how you've treated your partner in the past. And, you know, if there are some things that, you know, were contributing to some negative circumstances, you know, put the effort into transforming those into something else, something that is empowering and positive and enriching, and will only serve to bring you and your partner closer together. Okay, don't carry self-serving or negative habits, I guess, into the relationship moving forward. Yeah, so I mean, this other person is kind of in the same place that you are. You know, they've planted their seeds. They're kind of they're coming close to the harvest. You know, they're reaping what they've sown, and you know, they're feeling good about themselves. You know, they can take stock of the fact that, you know, they've come a long way, and they're appreciative of that. But they can also, you know, the downside of that is they can also be on guard a little bit, and, you know, again, going back to this whole the devil card being the bridging card between you guys, and this constant impression of being open to compromise. You know, they do have the 9 of Rods at their heart. So again, being in the same sort of mental state that you are, that confidence, and that, you know, they're putting the work in, they're getting things done, they're doing what they want to do. And now they're just, it sort of seems like I'm getting the impression that this person is just kind of like they've opened their front door and they're waiting for you to walk in. And you know, all the work, the inner work that has to be done to make it work, I feel like they are understanding of that. They can see that there's some stuff that needs to be done, whether on their part or on your part. And, you know, I feel like they're going to be willing to stick it out. They're going to be willing to put in that effort and willing to go the extra mile to make things work. But, you know, you have to want that too. You know, it's not going to be a one-sided success story. It has to be both of you coming together to serve common goals, common ideals, and, you know, to create something together. It can't just be, you know, one person wanting the other person to come in and help take care of the garden, but instead of that happening, the other person goes off and starts watering some other garden with some other person, or, you know, by themselves, whatever. You know, you can't just run away from something that has potential. You know, it might not be so interesting at first, but, you know, it doesn't have to be. Real love is nurtured over time. You know, obviously there's that sense, there is the possibility for, like, love at first sight, and I'm not going to knock that, but, you know, true, genuine love for a person comes over years of being together and learning the deep stuff about each other and sharing experiences together, and, you know, learning to appreciate a person regardless of their, I don't want to say flaws, but their personal individual setbacks, or obstacles, or difficulties, challenges, whatever. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this reading. I hope it brought a little bit of clarity on your end. Again, just maintain that openness. If you're in a relationship, you know, talk it out with your partner, and, you know, if you guys have been having some issues, you know, talk about, you know, really lay everything on the table and talk about what's been, what's at the heart, what's at the very deepest part of your conflicts, and, you know, make it known that you're willing to put in the effort to make things work if that's true to you, and, you know, acknowledge that they're in it too. They're in it wholeheartedly for you. They want things to work just as much as you do. And if that's not the case, if you don't want it to work out, you know, obviously do what is necessary for you. You know, maybe for some of you, this is a relationship that is toxic and you haven't left yet. And, you know, now you're reaching a point where it's like, I'm going to go and get out of this because I am acknowledging the fact that I am worth so much more than this. You know, maybe that's the case too. And obviously, if you're not in a relationship, you know, being open to relationship, like really being open, not just saying that you're open to relationship, but having a willingness to compromise. I keep repeating myself, but I gotta drill that into your head, I feel. Yeah, it's gonna be good, whatever it is, whatever is coming, something is coming, some sort of communication, some sort of meeting of minds, meeting of goals, meeting of hearts. You know, just be open to it. Be flexible. Be adaptable. Stop being so stuck and firm in your ways. Okay. All right, Aries. Well, I hope you guys take care, and I wish you all the best of luck with whatever's going on in your life circumstances. I hope nothing's too challenging, and if it is, I trust that you have the strength and the determination to get through it, because you do, okay? Don't sell yourself short, okay? All right, take care, Aries.